Then they give you the main event, Chris Jericho defeating Adam Page for the AEW World Championship, and then 2 days later he goes to a steakhouse and loses the belt, and now we don't know if he's... Well, we know that the belt's been returned to authorities, but...
I think he found it, last
night or whatever, and blah, blah, blah.
And they're going to build a storyline around it.
They
for
were,
sure.
But now apparently they're going to try to abandon it, and they're just like, yeah, it happened, all right, whatever. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the match itself, they do something really special with the entrance with Adam Page walking in on his horse, and then, just running to the ring and doing that thing, and then Jericho, the Painmaker, this whole new persona that's kind of evolved out of that Wrestle Kingdom match with Omega a couple years back, is just, this is the most dangerous version of Jericho I think I've seen in an awful long time, going back to 2002 almost. So yeah, and he's always evolving that character. The match was good. Yeah, it was a good match. At that point, you've just watched 5 hours of wrestling, though. You just want it done. Yeah. Yeah. So you're tired. But it's funny, I was hearing a couple of guys just talking, saying they weren't big fans of the Judas Effect. I think it's a phenomenal finisher. It's real, and they're doing the whole RKO thing where it just comes out of nowhere. It comes out of nowhere. That's what it is. It's just a surprise element, right? And that's stuff. I think that's just due to the fact where at 48 he needed to change up his finisher a little bit and that stuff, because you could get somebody in the walls, no problem, but how many line salts do you want to do in your career? I mean, let's face it, that's the move that eventually paralyzed Hayabusa, right? So, I mean, that's, how many line salts you want to do, and then, the walls of Jericho will always be there for you as a fallback. But new company, you got to freshen up your act, man. And so that's what makes him one of the best. Yeah, I think what had happened was it came as such a shock at Double or Nothing when he smoked Omega with it that nobody expected it, and so the initial pop wasn't there, right? Yeah. Now that we've seen it happen in a couple of big matches, like he nailed it a couple of times against Okada. And then, in this match here, I think now it's been established, and now we're off to the races with it being kind of his new finisher. But yeah, you were almost expecting it too. Yes, we knew when that was going to hit, that was going to be the end of the match. That's right, exactly, and he can end it just like that in a heartbeat. So, of course, Jericho's storyline is he wants a thank you from AEW and its fans for, I guess, being Chris Jericho, and just the egotistical, maniacal Jericho, taken to the umph level, is now the AEW champion. Man, he has had belts galore over the past few months. Oh, yeah. This whole freelance thing's working out good for him. Oh, yeah. I think he's had, so has he had a belt in every major promotion now? Well, New Japan and AEW. And I guess Ring of Honor and TNA. So, well, not Ring of Honor, not TNA. That's what I'm saying. I guess not those. Not those two, but but of course WWE. Within the past, you want to say the past 3 years. Let's start with the U.S. title in WWE, and then he leaves WWE, goes to New Japan, ends up picking up their Intercontinental Championship. Was their Intercontinental Champion for a while, and then now he's the AEW champion. So, yeah. So, do you think the right guy won? I predicted that Jericho would win just because I wanted to see. Yeah, I think so because I wanted to see Hangman chase it for a bit. I still think that you can build a year-long story of him getting close to the belt and not grabbing it. Yeah. I think that's the next big thing here is that he's the. He's going to be dropped down for a little bit and now chasing and upwards and onwards and trying to get that AEW belt now along the lines. And it depends on, as well, what they decide to bring in as a tertiary or a mid-card belt, what they're going to do. Yeah. Like how they do it, right? So, because you got the women's title, you got the men's title, and you have the tag team titles. I would think that they'd want to do like a
like with NXT with the North American title, or somewhere along the lines, or
just
Impact
some sort of mid-card title,
or Impact with the X Division or something like that, where there's some sort of mid-card title where the mid-card guys can go for it. That means something.
Yeah, and that's the key, making it mean something as well. And I think Chris Jericho is the right guy. Like, if you see right now, he's a meme. He's being talked about all over the place.
He is.
And that's what they wanted going into TV.
Yeah.
I don't think Adam Page could have done that, but people are talking about Chris Jericho. Like, I even have a couple of friends that don't watch wrestling. They're like, "Hey, what happened with Chris Jericho?"
Yeah.
His belt. So, it's making the news.
It made our news wires at work. I'll tell you that right now. At my night job, it made the news wires at work. Like, it was.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was a Associated Press story. So, do I think that was a work? No, I think that legit happened. I think they're just spinning it to be one of the best, or the best possible
cases of damage control.
that you can find. I guess you'd say so. That.